In this video, we're going to be talking about Dogelon Mars. We're going to be analyzing the price of Dogelon Mars to see what price is doing. It's basically giving a technical analysis to see where price is heading. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe as I'm trying to hit 500 subs. As well as that, before investing into Dogelon Mars, please do your own research as I'm not a financial advisor. So as you can see on CoinMarketCap, Dogelon Mars is currently down 1.56% at the time of recording. You can see on the daily chart provided that Dogelon Mars hasn't really been moving much today. You can see we did have the rise towards upsides and then a rise towards downside. Essentially, we're just been in a range, pretty much in a range between two zones, and price is just trading between those. So nothing major occurring, but if we drop into the 7 day, the weekly, to see how price is getting on, you see that price did have a huge reaction from this demand zone. Looks like we came back down to it, pretty much making a lower low essentially for a downtrend. But hopefully we can pull ourselves back up into the bullish region. But if we go over to trading view to have a bit more in-depth analysis, let's go over to trading view. So yep, you can see here on trading view that Dogelon Mars is, I think we did have a break of structure past this. Let me drop into the lower time frames so you have a bit more in-depth analysis. Let me delete this demand zone. Okay, so we'll have a bit more clear understanding. So you can see here from probably say from this region onwards, you can see from this box, we can see here that we've had an accumulation schematic basically play out, and it looks like prices came back into the schematic. Hopefully price can pretty much tap back into this demand zone, as this was the one that broke structure, pretty much liquidated all of these buyers essentially. So if we quickly just annotate this, so you can say that this is the selling climax of Dogelon Mars, and then pretty much for the accumulation schematic, and then you can see that this is a secondary test, and then from the secondary test, you can say that this was a spring, essentially just taking out all the weak-handed buyers essentially. So this would be the spring, and then from then onwards we could be approaching a retest. This is the retest that I thought, but it looks like price could come back in and retest at a lower level. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how price reacts. But by the looks of it, we should have had an impulse towards upside. But the schematic could have also failed as well. You got to take that into consideration, as Bitcoin is currently the leader of all the coins. Because if you quickly look at Bitcoin, you can see Bitcoin is pretty much overall bearish. You can see here that I most definitely had demanded that we were pretty much making a distribution schematic. You can see here that we had the buying climax, we had the secondary test, we had automatic rally, and then from the automatic rally we had the up thrust, and then from the up thrust we had the retest. From the retest, we just therefore dropped into the zone. This was a zone that I had also previously marked out if you check my Bitcoin videos. And then the main reason for this was because Bitcoin, from this region to the towards upside, this would probably be the most probable area for reversal. But by the looks of it, it looks like price could essentially be reversing. Let's drop into the lower time frames to see how price is getting on. And in my opinion, I thought looks like we are having a little schematic play out essentially from this region. But yeah, it does look like we could have another bullish leg towards upside. You can see here that we had the selling climax, we had the secondary test. From the secondary test we had the spring, and then from the spring we had the retest. From the retest, now we should have another leg towards upside. So if you do trade, take that into consideration. But looks like Bitcoin could possibly go back up into the higher areas. But if you go back to Dogelon Mars, if Bitcoin does approach to go bullish, then most definitely I feel like Dogelon Mars can most definitely reach this target, which is my short-term target for Dogelon Mars. But other than that, there's nothing major occurring for Dogelon Mars within the lower time frames. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe as I'm trying to hit 500 subs, and peace.